Texas 27, Texas A&M 17. Instant reaction, powered by Inside Texas. Boy, what a night this was in Austin. Steve Sarkisian said this was the best crowd and the best energy he's had in his 5 years coaching here. Michael Taft completely agreed and just talked about how special this place was for him. And, Texas doesn't get a lot of love and buzz for being one of the best crowds in the nation. But tonight, this was one of one for me as someone who's, only been here myself 5 years, been to a lot of games with Texas, been to that Georgia one, Alabama's. It doesn't compare to what happened here tonight. The crowd was amazing, first and foremost, and that's part of the reason why we're here at 27-17. Those 3 false starts that they got were pretty big. Each one of them had a pretty big impact on the game. But speaking of the game, the Horns win by 10. What a third quarter. Sark kind of talked about how there wasn't much to his halftime speech. We don't know if we fully buy that because the players came out just looking like a different team, looking like the team we'd been promised in the offseason. And I know 3 losses this year is not what people wanted. It's not ideal. Still feels like they're at the outside looking into the college football playoff race. I don't think it matters all that much when you have wins like this, really. And you saw that third quarter, how good this team can be. What this defense did, forcing 2 3-and-outs, is really going to go kind of under the radar with how well the offense played. But 2 3-and-outs out of the half, if they were tired, they'd been kind of beaten up in that last part of the second quarter. Offense goes out and then takes that energy and goes, hey, we're going to get Quintravian Weiser going in the run game, which he, at one point he had 130 of the team's 190 yards, I want to say. And you got Arch Manning making a play. And it wasn't a great pass to Ryan Wingo. It was a touchdown pass. That's all that matters. You saw Jack Endries go have his best game as a Longhorn in what might have been his last one, going and stiff-arming a player down the sideline. And then Nick Townsend, how about a guy who's, I think, only had 1 touch on the year, getting the touchdown, and then the Manning scramble to really seal it at the end of the game. Texas could have kind of whimpered its way and played safe and tried to win a close game, win by 3, and hope your defense locks in. The defense locked in, and they got their win triumphantly with that Manning touchdown run. And the energy of this crowd, the energy of the players, everyone after the game, you can tell that they really took offense to kind of the cowards saying the Texas A&M players had. I'm not sure how many of y'all saw that, but some of the Texas A&M players were talking smack before the game. Texas ended up on the right side of that. Amazing game. Got to give your flowers to Colin Simmons, Ethan Burke, Michael Taft, Quintravian Weiser, Arch Manning. I don't know how you can pick 3 stars this game. Steve Sarkisian for what he did as a head coach here today. I don't know what the committee is going to do. I do think a 9-3 Texas team has the resume to do it. They have the hardest schedule in the nation. They've gotten 3-2 against top 10 teams. That says something. I don't know. It's just a great night here in Austin, a really fun one. It's almost past midnight as I'm recording this, but it's kind of hard to leave a field in a place like this after the season that the Longhorns had. Great win for the Longhorns. Make sure you're going to check all of our coverage over on Inside Texas about the Longhorns as we get into CFP talk, which is always a tough one. So we'll catch y'all over there. I've been Evan B. Thank y'all for watching.